Hey everybody, this is Organic Dairyman. Welcome to my channel today. Today is, well, it's Monday, July 1st. And yeah, how is everybody today? It's like, I don't know, late afternoon. And yeah, we got some rain. Last night, yesterday evening, we ended up with about 1.5 inches of rain. So obviously we couldn't do any more chopping or anything. We got like 3 loads chopped last night. That's all we got done. And so there's not much else going on here today. Well, there's things that we gotta work on, obviously, but I thought as long as I had a little bit of time here, and well, I haven't been completely told you guys everything that well, it's back when we were those videos when we were planting last field of soybeans. Well, we had a little well, you know, the NewHolland TG210. Well, anyways, it was that last video where I was showing that we hooked up the digger and we were going to go out, and the next day we were going to go dig that field. Well, we just got the tractor up in the yard and we noticed it had a hydraulic leak on it. Yes, a hydraulic leak. It was a big fat line that was coming off the hydraulic pump, and it started leaking right at the crimp. And anyways, so it yeah, so we had to have him take it back down to the shop down there and do it, because we were gonna have to take off part of the fuel tank and some other things to get to it. But yeah, that was the deal. So anyways, I didn't tell you guys. I didn't want to be well, I just didn't want to tell anybody, because I thought, oh, everybody, all the John Deere people would start writing down in the comment sections, and they'd start saying, oh, you're having trouble with that NewHolland TG210, you should have never bought that thing. So so anyways, yeah, so I didn't really want to post anything about it, you know, at that time, because I thought, oh, everybody's just gonna say, oh, you shouldn't buy that, and blah blah blah. And even right now, there's probably people that are gonna write down in the comment section, oh, that TG210 is gonna give you trouble, and yada yada. It wasn't the tractor, it was the hose. The crimp had a flaw in it. It gave out and it started leaking. So it really wasn't anything with the tractor, it was just the hydraulic crimp or the crimp on the hydraulic hose where they crimp it at the end. It was a hose about yay big or so. And yeah, so anyways, in the meantime, we just thought, well, that we would just ask one of our first cousins. You know, we could have, you know, got a tractor from the NewHolland dealership, but we thought, well, you know, our cousins, you know, they've borrowed stuff from us, and we always sometimes, and so we thought, we'll just ask them if we could borrow one of their tractors. So, and not only that, but I thought, well, as long as we have the tractor here, I would like to do a comparison of the two tractors. And so anyways, my cousins, we borrowed their 4960. They just bought this in an auction sale last fall up by Vienna, South Dakota. That's west of Watertown, South Dakota. So, and this tractor here is a 1993 4960. And I want to do a comparison with the NewHolland 8670, because this is a Genesis series. These models tractors are of the same time frame when this tractor was built. Obviously this is a 97 model, but you know, it was obviously 8670. It said Ford instead of NewHolland, but basically the same thing. I mean, you know, they came out with these same all the same features that pretty much is on here is what they had on in 1993. So you know, so 1993, the Genesis series, that's basically what NewHolland had, and this is what John Deere had for their bigger horsepower tractors. Yes, John Deere had their 7000 series with the square cabs on there. They may be, you know, but yeah. But anyways, I just kind of want to show everybody some of the differences here. Obviously green and blue, but you know, obviously, like I say, in 1993, this is what NewHolland had. NewHolland had a pop-up hood. John Deere didn't have a pop-up hood. John Deere, you still have to pop up the screens, take off the fuel cap, the radiator cap, take off those things, and 4 bolts to plug some wires, and it takes 2 guys to take this hood off. And This hood takes one person, and I'll just show you how fast it is to get this hood up. One person can get this hood up. About 30 seconds. 30 seconds. You got that hood up. Not only that, but you have access to, you got access to your cooling condenser. And this is something else that NewHolland had that John Deere didn't have. They had an air-to-air intercooler. You have your intercooler, you have your radiator, and you got access to everything. So yeah, so you got access to a lot of your engine components. Easy, quick maintenance, service work, whatever you need to do, it's quick and easy. And if your tractor is easier to do all this, you're more likely to keep your radiator clean and everything cleaned out. I'm not going to take that off because that will take 30 minutes. It'll probably take you about 20-30 minutes to pop this hood off. Maybe 2 guys, you can do it in 15 minutes if you're fast, but I'm not even going to try. You gotta, and this is John Deere's intercooler. Yep, that's what John Deere had at that time in 1983. And NewHolland, they had an air-to-air intercooler. John Deere they were still using the coolant from the engine. It really wasn't cooling the air, it just heating the air up to the same temperature as the engine, whatever the engine temperature was. So yes, they did make, obviously when they came out with John Deere came out with 8,000, they did make some improvements, but these are basically, just the generation 2. It's a glorified whatever 4850 or 4840. They put the batteries, both batteries in the side. They put a better step on here. They changed the lighting. They put these plastic fender things on here, and they got rid of the tailpipe or the muffler. They moved that off to the side. They moved the air cleaner thing. They put the air filter right here, and it's easier to get to. And they changed the oil filter on here. And yeah, so that's some of the things that John Deere did. So let's look at the hood. Yeah, you got for your visibility, you can kind of see. You still got the cabs are still the same as any other generation 2, pretty much. The muffler's not there, but you still have this blind spot here. Still don't have a lot of leg room in the cab. You're still limited to your square footage in here. And that's something else too. You have a mechanical 16-speed power shift transmission in here, and that one I think has the what is it? That's 18 or 16-speed electronic power shift transmission in there. So this is still manual. You have manual hydraulics yet. That has electronic hydraulics, electronic solenoids that open up and control the valves. This is still mechanical. It still has levers that run down to the bottom. They did put some draft control stuff in here, but yeah, so this is what your view is, what you see on here. So, and it's still kind of clumsy getting in and out of these things. And one other thing I will add about this versus that tractor, this one turns a lot sharper than that one. And even though the wheels turn, they tilt when you turn, it still does not turn as short as that. This is more, it's easier to operate. I mean, it's not, this one is actually clumsier to when you're backing up and trying to turn. It's just it's not as good. This one, it's just amazing how much shorter it turns. Obviously this don't turn as short as that TG210, because the TG210, they notched the frame out for the wheels. But let me set the hood down here, and the bonnet, if you're in English. Boom. Just like that, your hood is down. And so now we come into the cab here, and You know, obviously this isn't as roomy and spacey as the TG210, those tractors, but you look at the cab and or the hood, it's shorter, you got more visibility out to the front of you. And one thing too that this has, that tractor, this has these air seats, so you can raise it up and down. You know, it raises, you know, up and down like that. Yeah, and you got a little more square footage in here. And you got the side console that goes back and forth on here, and you've got the electronic power shift, forwards, backwards, really easy, side to side, up or down, slow or fast. And I obviously like the display on here. It's a little better than on that one, but yeah, you got a little more square footage. And yeah, and oh, these are nice too when they're blowing right at you. I think the air, this thing cools pretty good. But like I say, and oh yeah, and another thing too is your fuel tank is down here at your level. You don't have to climb up. You can easily unscrew that and get to your fuel much easier, much convenient. And the other thing is that most people don't know is too is your PTO shaft. This tractor here, you could use the regular 540. You could use the regular, I'm not sure the diameter of the shaft, I can't think of what it, the regular 1000 RPM shaft and the big 1000 RPM shaft. You got 3 options for the PTO. Even on, I'm not for sure on the 8970s, but I think that you can. I know on the NewHolland TG210 you've got 3 options on there too, so I think the 8970s you can use all 3 too. And of course on this tractor over here, you only have 1 option. You have a 1000 RPM. This is a 540 fitting on a 1000 RPM shaft, and so you only basically have the option of running 1000 RPMs. That's it. That one you have 3 options. This one you have, you know, you can put the smaller 1000 RPM shaft on here. You can get a one that's 1000 fits in, which were no problem, but it's still, you don't have to, on that one, you know, you don't have to change that over. And this tractor here, this is your main cylinder to lift your rock shaft housing. They only have 1 lift assist cylinder. That one has just the you have lift assist cylinders only, and you don't, well, they're not, no, you don't need those. You don't need the rock shaft housing. They eliminate all that. Yes, this does have electronic draft sensing control, but so does that. Yeah, so basically more or less, you know, if, you know, this is basically, like I said, this is what John Deere had in 1993 for their, you know, 200, their row crop 200 or less, you know, horsepower tractors, or 200, you know, and that's what NewHolland or Ford had in 1993. You know, that's what they had. You know, I know, I was, you know, Ryan from How Farms Work, I know he always talks like he wants to get one of these, but personally myself, I wouldn't get one of these if I was going to use them on a regular basis, because they're clumsy. It's not as handy as that tractor there, in my opinion, just from running this one compared to running that one. I mean, there's a difference in, you know, so, you know, I would definitely take this one running it every day over that one. You know, the transmission is a little bit, when you go from reverse to forwards, a little jerkier. The electronic power shift is a lot smoother. You know, are these tractors perfect? No, they're not perfect. But you know, I mean, I like this one. Just running it, I would definitely take that one over this one. Yes, for nostalgic reasons. Yes, this is a, you know, it's a nice looking tractor, but that's about it. It's not, in my opinion, it's not as handy as that one. But like I say, I know there's people out there, you know, I'm not doing this to upset any John Deere people. I'm just showing you guys a difference, of giving you a little history of tractors, you know, tractor history. So I mean, yes, there's people out there that like John Deere just because it's green and it's John Deere and that's all they've ever ran, that's all they ever know, you know. But you know, since we've run John Deere all our life, and I can tell you, John Deere's breakdown, they have their breakdowns, you know, just as much as you're gonna have on a blue tractor or a red tractor. They all break down, they all, no matter what. But you know, I just, I'm not super partial to one color over another, as long as somebody has something a little bit better, you know. It doesn't matter the color, I guess. I mean, John Deere, they're not perfect, but you know, like I say, you know, you guys, I just thought as long as the tractor was here, we got to bring that back here this week sometime, but we just haven't gotten around to it. But I just thought I'd give you guys a comparison of the two tractors, so you could kind of see that, you know, of the same age group, you know, it's kind of what it is. So yeah, so I think I've showed you pretty much all the differences. I don't remember all of them, but you know, I mean, John Deere, they were really kind of behind. I know when they came out with the 8000 series, like 8100s through the 8400s, they still didn't put up pop-up hoods, and I don't know why. But at least they finally got electronic power shift, and they got square cabs on there. They did make them better, but yeah. And in some regards, and you know, in my opinion, if you were you'd be better off to upgrade to an 8000 series versus trying to buy one of these. If you're leaning that way, if you're a John Deere person, you want a 4960, I wouldn't get one of these. I would go for the 8000. But yeah. So anyways, that's what's going on here. So I'm not sure when I'll post this video. I might post it, you know, the next day here, but after doing this, I'll see. But I decided to show you, because that's what's going on. So hopefully we'll get the TG210 back. That's why we haven't been chopping with it. I've just been kind of stringing you guys along. I didn't want to say anything, but anyways, no matter what color, they all break down, just like that 4240. I got to go look at that next. That has a problem. So if it's green, it still breaks. So anyways, that's gonna be my video here for today. So if you guys have any questions, drop down in the comment section below. But I just thought I'd show you guys the difference. So anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit the like button. Please check out all my other videos. Thanks for watching. Or I already said thanks for watching, but thanks for subscribing. That's what I meant to say to everybody that has subscribed. I do appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll see what happens here with this rain. Hopefully tomorrow we got to chop some more stuff out there yet in that field, and hopefully the rain stays away and the sun comes out and we can keep chopping and get done and get cultivating corn. So anyway, guys, take care, and I'll catch you later.